So in this video we're going to be going from this to this using this. Let's go. Good afternoon YouTube, and welcome back to my little channel on my little corner of the YouTube universe. So today, welcome into my little workshop. Today I'm going to be changing my lights around for my Royal Enfield Himalayan. Now if you own a Himalayan, especially the 411, you may realise that the original headlight, which is the H4 halogen headlight, was, let's be fair, pretty useless. Now it's okay if you're going to be riding around in the town and in the city, because obviously there's a lot more ambient light around, so you don't really notice the lack of light as much of a problem. I bought it in the summertime, so I didn't really have an issue with it until obviously the night started to draw in. Then I noticed that the lack of light was actually quite dangerous. I tend to ride through country lanes, and with the lack of light, it was very difficult to see, you know, the curvature of the road, potholes, and even all the mud that the farmers leave on the roads from obviously coming in and out of the fields. So riding at night time was pretty bad. In order for me to try and counteract that, I decided to go and install a LED headlight. So this is the next and the current light that's on my bike. This is a £40, I think it was, Amazon special. Plug and play, really simple connection. The only thing I had to adjust was this extra wire here, which gives me the side lights. But as you can see, it's just plug and play. It's still not perfect, which is why I'm going to be upgrading to the light bar. So from that, I upgraded to some little spotlights, which I'll show you in a second. So these are the little LED lights I installed. I got these from, I think it was AliExpress. Now, they weren't like very expensive either. They only cost me around about sort of £45, including delivery. And to be fair, they do kick out quite a bit of light. So today I'm going to be installing this 7.5-inch light bar. This is going to be my solution for riding at night time, especially in these winter months. Now, it's a really simple little model. Just got two connectors, a live and an earth, and I'm going to wire that into the headlight, so when I switch on to my main beam, how it turns on. So these are the brackets I'm going to be using to install the lights. Now I've printed these off a company called, or a website called Printables. Pretty good actually. These are made with PETG filament from on my 3D printer. All I've had to do is just to add in the additional bolts in order to secure it to the forks. So coming on to the light setup itself. Now I've done a bit of research, and on these lights you can see there's a yellow and green wire, and there's also a yellow and blue wire, which is this middle one here, if I can get the angle right. So the yellow and blue wire is the one I'm actually interested in, because that's the switch for the main beam. So what I'm going to do when I install the light bar, I'm going to tap into the yellow and blue wire, which is so when I put the main beam on, the light bar will come on, and I've got the black, which is obviously the earth, and then from there I should have a LED light bar which ends up going just under there. So let's see how we get on. So here we are, the wiring is done. So I've managed to wire in the live into the yellow and the blue wire, and the earth into the black wire. I've used these little heat shrink clips, which I think are really good. You just splice them in, heat them with a lighter of some description, or a heat gun, and shrink them down. So there's a little bit of solder in there, which basically melts over the joint as well. So it's pretty solid, and that's all done. So in order to install these brackets onto the forks, I've decided I'm going to remove the bowl to give me a bit more clearance, because I can't quite get my socket and spanner in there. So I'll take that off, and then I'll show you what we're doing from there. That's the first one done. So I've completed the installation of the brackets. You see the offset bolt hole, which gives me a little bit more clearance, so hopefully it should sit just a little bit lower down underneath the headlight bowl. This is the second time I've fitted these, because initially, like a biff, I put them on back to front, but there you go, lessons learned. Had a bit of a problem with one of these brackets. I over tightened it and the whole thing just cracked, so I've had to print off another bracket. I'm using the PETG filament, which is meant to be really strong, But we'll see how that goes. I mean, if it doesn't last, then I'll just replace it with something else. Yeah, all in all, went in quite well. It's all on there quite solid. Doesn't really move. And I've got plenty of movement around with the bike as well. And it just sits just below the headlight bowl. So when I put the main light on, we'll see how that looks. So there we have it. One 7.5 inch light bar installed on a Royal Enfield Himalayan 411. So that's the standard headlight on low beam. Here's for the big finale. Oh yes, look at that. Oh my days. That is phenomenal. What do you reckon? I'm happy with that. And just for comparison, these are my little spotlights. Again, pretty good. They do give me a little bit of light. Moment of truth, this is what we've waited for. This is the new light bar, 7.5 inch light bar, coated on thick beam, and here we go. Whoa, look at that! Oh my god, a bit of fog, hey, take it off. Here we go. Oh my goodness, that is incredible. Look at the distance of that beam. I can literally see, it's almost like daylight. Oh my god, I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but that is absolutely incredible. So once again, main beam. Look at that! I might need to adjust the beam, it's a little bit high, but oh my goodness. That is just incredible. Ah! Slow down again. Let's put my little spot lamps on. There you go. All together. Oh, I can't see that at all. That is just amazing. So there we have it. A custom light bar fitted to the Royal Enfield Himalayan. Was it worth it? Definitely. The difference it made riding at night time was I can't describe just how different it felt. There was so much more visibility, and just the confidence it gives you, especially riding around some of these quiet country lanes, or just generally just be travelling in the future. I think it's just going to be an absolute game changer. So if you're considering getting a light, I think you can't really go too far wrong with this STEDI 7.5 inch light bar. Really good. It had a few problems installing it, as you probably saw, but overall it wasn't too much of a problem. Probably took me an hour and a half, plus a bit of filming as well, and obviously it took me a little bit longer. But overall, it was pretty good. It cost me around about £80 from the STEDI main suppliers. I will put a little link in the description below, just so you can, if you are interested in getting one, then it's worth giving it a go. The wiring, really simple. You can't really go too far wrong with that. As I said, I'm not a trained mechanic, but you know, if you do need to install something, then please don't follow my advice. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just a normal DIY kind of guy. That's it. So as again, thanks for joining me. Again, if you like the vibe, make sure you like and subscribe, hit the notification button, and leave a comment below if you've done something similar or you're thinking about doing something similar. I would love to hear you, seriously, and I'll speak to you soon. Stay safe.